Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. What a tremendously educational day it's been. Now, as a pet owner himself, Graham is talking about cancer in pets, and he's sitting down with Dr. Barry Dallas to find out more.
Now, something we've definitely covered on the show during the month of November. We know that the incidence of cancer amongst humans has risen over the last 20 years. And there are a number of reasons for this, including improved awareness. We're finding out about more cases and earlier detection techniques and others. Now, we're seeing the same trend, unfortunately, amongst our pet population as well. In fact, statistics suggest that 50% of dogs over the age of 10 will develop some form of cancer. We definitely need to delve a little further, and to help us do that, Dr. Barry Dallas is in studio. You can see how much the pups hate him. Bella, those eyes aren't quite closed yet. Absolute bliss. This is amazing to me to hear. What are the reasons? Why are dogs getting cancer at a greater rate now? Or pets included, yeah.
Cats and dogs, you're right. I think one of the main reasons is that, generally speaking, cancer is a disease of older animals. There are unfortunate cases where younger animals get it, but by and large, animals are living longer. There's a number of reasons for that. I think it's the way we feed them. We're feeding them better quality nutrition these days, which is not only appropriate for certain life stages, but there are a lot of diseases now that can be partly treated, or the treatment can be helped.
Enhanced, yeah.
With certain nutrition. Then there's also a case of the progress that has been made in the veterinary field in terms of our treatment options have taken huge strides. And I think finally, and you mentioned it a second ago, awareness.
Yeah.
People are aware of cancers amongst ourselves, and we're also growing awareness amongst cancers amongst our pets. So those three things come together, that the animals are being presented for examination at vets a lot more than they used to.
So almost a victim of our own success in some ways, but there are many answers there, and our treatment, as you mentioned, becomes so much better. What do our pets experience when they have cancer? Is it likened to a human experience? Obviously, we have the emotional quotient. She's just proving her emotional quotient right there. But how would a cancer typically affect a pup?
You know, it really depends on the kind of cancers that can get. And dogs and cats get a wide variety of cancers, much like people can. I guess probably the most common form that we'll see will either be a skin cancer or a lump or a bump of some description. But you do get cancers affecting internal organs, and depending where there is affected, different signs you can see. But generally, I'd say a sudden change would be, for me, one of the things that would trigger a bit of concern. So suddenly a dog that is sleeping more than, it's refusing to eat, it doesn't want to exercise, a sudden lump has come up somewhere that hasn't been there before. Those kind of things where owners will often come in and say, I'm not sure, but something is just not right. And those are the things that pick up, because they are subtle.
And I think you've hit the nail on the head there. We know our pets better than anyone else. So if you see a change in their nature and their personality, just like with a human, a friend, a family member, let that red light, that warning sign go off. You mentioned nutrition in the treatment of all sorts of ailments, and in cancer, again, can play a very important role while you're treating your pet with cancer, or at least helping them live a good life if they are in that final stage. What do you have to be aware of when considering nutrition when it comes to cancer specifically?
Well, I think it's the most important thing to bear in mind is cancer is a consumptive disease. Those cancer cells are very metabolically active. They're requiring a huge amount of nutrients, and they're actually robbing the rest of the body of those nutrients. And that's why weight loss is a common sign.
You have that downward slide so quickly, yeah.
So you need to address that. There's actually been some very interesting research done at Colorado State University in the US, and they've found that certain nutrients are used preferentially by cancer cells. So by formulating diets that, for example, they don't utilize fats as readily as normal cells would. So you're formulating diets specifically to treat cancers that are higher in fats with quality protein has been shown to actually improve the outcome.
So I think the watchword there is speak to your vet about nutrition as much as any other part of treatment as well. Bella has agreed, nodded her head, or she might just be nodding to sleep. Doctor, thank you so much. And I think both of us can certainly commiserate with people who are going through that very difficult time. I've lost a pet to cancer as well, a form of skin cancer. Absolutely heartbreaking. So we certainly are with you every step of the way, but make sure that you find out about nutrition as well in preventing disease and cancer as well as treating it.
When he's healthier, he's happier. And a dog's tail never lies. Give him the Science of Happy, found in Hills, the brand recommended by vets worldwide.